Alright guys, jumping right back into League for Dark Matter and Return Sphere, or specifically a new league. We're going to be going against the Guado Glories in round 1, Beast going against the Albed Sykes, and Ronso Fangs are going against the Luca Goers. So we won the last league, we're jumping into another one, we're going for Dark Matter, Return Sphere, all that stuff. But yeah, I don't know, there's not much to add besides that. Those are definitely the core prizes we prefer to go for. And in addition to that, we just, you know, there's not a lot of other prizes that matter to us. I don't know. Now I'm trying to think if there's anything we care about winning. But Dark Matter and Return Sphere are the #1 prizes. Dark Matter especially. We've been hoarding it and trying to get as much as we can recently, but you know, it's a long grind because it's 10 games of Blitzball to get a Dark Matter, and you only get one of them. And then if you need a bunch of them, it's hundreds and hundreds of games of Blitzball. So we're just, you know, we're running through, doing what we can, and getting as much Dark Matter as possible. As you also saw in the beginning here, we did switch up the positioning. So as of now, Guado is no longer in the field, and he is now in the goal. So we're going to be doing that kind of off and on situation where we're going to play an entire league, and this is the league of course, but we're going to play an entire league with Guado in the goal, kind of where you would expect him to be. Then we're going to play a league with Guado in the field, and we're going to go on and off and kind of just, you know, and see how the team works with the traditional positioning, and then how they work in the non-traditional, which is the goalie in the field and stuff. It's been crazy though. I think we've gotten a ridiculous amount of experience. It's kind of crazy. I think it was something like I'm trying to think how many levels we've actually gotten, Noi, and I think it's probably been around like 18, right? Because we started at like, oh gosh, I don't even know. See, now I feel like I'm wrong. But no, I think the last league was 8 levels. So, and we've done 2 leagues, so maybe like, I don't know. Arguably we've gotten like 14 to 16 levels at least. So it's definitely been beneficial. Because before that, I mean, we were estimating like hundreds and hundreds of games into the thousands. Or into over 1,000. And now we're a little bit closer, so that's good to see. And then once we finish this series, we'll jump in with Beasts and see how they go. But yeah, it's a good time. As you guys can see, I mean, we were winning games with the positioning that we had before, which was Guado in the field as a defender, and then Guado in the goalie replacing Noi, and then a defender in the mid. You know, kind of we were just switching it up. You know, we had players all over the place, and just in the most advantageous positioning in order to get as much experience as possible. And it's been, we were winning. And now, like in this game, when we have everyone in their optimal positions, not even with the optimal techniques, we are crushing them. Like this is a guaranteed, I mean, this is surely a victory for us. So I don't see how they come back from this. I think it also helps because I'm using Invisible Shot, and Invisible Shot's so good. I mean, the fact that you're just ignoring a stat completely and you're just, you know, making it whatever you want it to be is incredibly powerful. Roddy has high risk on right now. That's a kind of just really pushing the opportunities they have to win away. Like there's not a lot there. But they keep on trying, right? 3 goals down, they are still pushing. I mean, it's what you expect though. I mean, they can't just stop. But yeah, we're gonna actually set up Gira here. I know I've been favoring Zazzy, and it's funny because for pretty much the entirety of the series, Zazzy was always behind Gira, but now in the kind of the final moments, Gira has actually kind of dropped behind Zazzy because we've been favoring Zazzy with that Invisible Shot a lot, like for dozens and dozens of games now. So Zazzy's been getting the bulk of the experience and is now, I think, like a level above Gira Guado. So I mean, it's a good amount. Alright, well, Barrick in the midfield is going to try to pass here. I mean, it's not going to happen. There's just too much pressure, you know. Too much pressure in the midfield, not much to do. We probably could have done this a little bit better. But I am going to pass to Zazzy here, and I'm going to have him shoot the ball. Not an invisible shot because there's not enough time. I don't even know if there's enough time for a regular shot. This is definitely coming it close for sure. But we definitely need just snapshot, and we hope that techniques don't trigger like grip gloves and super goalie. No, not enough time. So we're only gonna go into the second half 4-0. So a lot of experience for the midfielders. Obviously a lot of experience for Zazzy and Nav. This is actually a good example of why we swapped the positioning, because Nav just kind of grabs all the experience he can, and we're not actually able to level up many other people. Obviously the big negative there is the amount of time it takes to level up our defenders, our goalie, and that's why in the leagues what we're doing is we're pulling people out of position and moving them to other areas. It just makes a little bit more sense. I don't know, I really try to keep everyone together, but the stipulation for me doing that was really getting high risk for Guado, but I was unable to get it. Like I tried, but I never got lucky on the roll-up techniques. Like, because I was resetting the prizes a bunch, and I just never got high risk for some reason. I think I talked about it a while ago, but I legitimately spent, I think it was something like a day or two trying. Obviously not straight through, like it was, I guess I should quantify that more in hours, but it was something like 7 hours maybe? 7 hours of resetting prizes. Took a long time, and I didn't even, and you know, the worst thing is I didn't even get high risk. Like I was like, oh my gosh, dude, like all this for nothing. I guess it wasn't for nothing, you know. I know not to do that again. But no, a lot of my, I know that sounds like a lot of time, but how I normally like do things in life, which I don't know if this is a good or a bad thing, but normally I'm doing like 3 or 4 things at once. So I'm like trying to, like, if it's like a simple task, you know, like resetting prizes, it's easy. It's, you don't think about that, you just do it. And then I think I was like watching a show and like playing on my phone or something, you know. But it definitely makes it, because I would never sit down for 7 hours and reset a prize if that was the only thing I was doing, because it's just like, it's like not worth it. I don't know. I'm debating like if it was actually 7 hours. There's definitely like a point where it's like, oh, it felt like that long. So maybe it was actually like 20 minutes, but I was just like, nah, this has got to be 7 hours. There's no way. Yeah, that's how it goes. But yeah, I'm actually interested to see what we get with the Kilka Beasts, because I haven't actually reviewed the starting techniques for their players, which I guess I probably should, but like, doesn't really matter. But yeah, if Nizrut starts with high risk, that'll be a benefit. Any other player, I would only put high risk on a goalie, because everyone else should be able to naturally get experience if I try for it. But the only thing with the goalie is I have to pull them out of the goal to get them experience, which is the negative. So if I have a goalie that naturally knows high risk, then we're good to go, and I'll teach them that. I don't really want to do any sort of like save editing, because it feels like, I don't know, it just doesn't feel authentic if I'm just like editing in techniques for players. It just seems odd. Alright, well, Barrick in the pseudo midfield here, but Nav is going to be able to stop him. Then we're just going to pass to, who are we going to pass to here? I think Zazzy's the right choice, purely because of the tackle slip. Gira does not have any sort of tackle avoidance, so he's just not the best person to kind of have an encounter. And as you guys saw the positioning there was gonna be an encounter. There wasn't a world where we avoided encountering one of their players. I guess we could swim around for like 12 years, but That's not preferable. Yeah, we're going to go with 8-0. I mean, this is a strong game to put us in first place for top scorer. This is a very strong game. Yeah, Barrick with the ball is going to be pushing midfield again. Pretty much consistently pushing midfield, but then again, consistently losing the ball as well. So, consistency, not always a great idea. And then Zazzy's looking pretty open. I definitely should have had Shamey tackle through. As you saw, those blocks take up around 3 seconds, which again might not seem like a lot, but is very critical. Like if we don't make this by 3 seconds, like that is why. Oh, we would have made it. Yeah, not enough time. We needed 3 seconds. But yeah, final score 8-0. Pretty strong. So a little bit of experience for them. Nearly a level up for Roddy, a little bit of experience for us. Level up for Pa, which is actually really nice. More endurance, pass, shoot, block, HP, level 81. So everyone's level 80s, except Noi, but he will get there. He will get there. I have faith. It looks like Abusa's contract with the Ronso Fangs has expired. He's going to be re-signing for about 30 games. Colican's contract with the Ronso Fangs expired. She's re-signed for 9. No other contract expirations for the opposing teams. We crushed the Guado Glories 8-0. Tied game between the Kilka Beasts and Albed Sykes, and tied game between Ronso Fangs and Luka Goers. So we are the undeniable first place, players right now. In every realm. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And when you come back, we're going to be playing more Blitzball. Till next time.